Nation of buffness, dealing with some big topics today. Intermittent fasting, if it fits your macros, clean eating versus eating junk food, Russian roulette, steroids, people. And you might think to yourself, how am I going to talk about this? Well, it's quite simple. We're talking about smart fitness, choosing things that are totally worth your time and effort that you might be neglecting, like this side. And on the other hand, potentially eliminating or stopping to do things that don't bring you a large benefit. They're just not worth it in the long run. This entire video can be summarized by this great quote. In general, you should avoid situations where the benefits are small and visible and the side effects potentially severe and invisible. What do I even mean? Let's use an example. Let's talk about Russian roulette, where you put a loaded gun as one round to your head and you fire it. If it doesn't blow your brains out, you get a little bit of money, so you get a small benefit. If it blows your brains out, you lose, you die. So playing Russian roulette is not worth it for the vast majority of people. Why? Because the benefits are small and visible. You get a little bit of money. The side effects, death, it's not cool. So if you weigh the two options, Russian roulette, not worth your time. No shit! But you can extend this argument further to all different aspects of health and fitness. So let's take that big word junk food that has many different connotations and definitions depending upon who you ask. I will define junk food as something that is quite high in sugar, that probably contains some trans fats, that is processed, and that is artificially made, has artificial ingredients. Now, what are some of the potential side effects? I say potential because they've not been proven. Well, maybe if you consume too much of this shit, you know, it can increase the risk of a variety of diseases. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and if you consume too much, the risk of death will also increase. So what are the maximum benefits of eating a whole lot of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, glazed donuts, and Jubes? There's pretty much only one. You like the taste. It tastes pretty good. You get a base pleasure out of it. One time I ate McDonald's every day for 30 days straight. Then I had diarrhea for the following 6 months. Best gains of my life. You tell me what that means. Let's phrase it even another way. We'll call bro science now people that will avoid any sort of junk food or processed food, that they're being, you know, too superstitious, that they don't know what they're talking about. But let's analyze what they're actually doing. What is the maximum cost of avoiding junk food? Not getting to eat some donuts. Okay, that's the maximum cost. Now, what is the maximum potential benefit of abstaining if you just abstain from junk food? Well, like I said before, if any of these prove to be true, the increased risk of disease, cancer, diabetes, associated with death, then you derive a big benefit. So, if you're potentially wrong, doesn't really matter. If you're right, it could pay off big. Now, applying this principle right here, you can start developing ideas and put together a list of what's worth it, what you definitely should do on a regular basis, and what's not worth it to you. And remember, this is sort of subjective. This is my list, so I'm going to go over a couple things that I think are totally worth it. So for these 4 I listed right here, it's all about the benefits that I get versus the negatives of doing it or not doing it. So heavy lifting, absolutely. Great stress on the body. Being lean, ladies love leanness. Conditioning work, what's the negatives? Wasting a little bit of time. What are the positives? Well, staying lean, burning those excessive calories when you consume in a lean mass phase. You don't want to run out of breath walking up a flight of stairs. And lastly, vegetables. What's the potential negative? You don't like how it tastes. What are the positives? A whole lot, actually. Like reducing the risk of death. Yeah, okay. Heavy lifting worth it. So you want to break your back. Sounds like a great idea. Now, let's compare it to the other side. What's not worth it? Russian roulette. Getting 50 bucks to blow your brain out doesn't sound like it's worth it to me. Steroids. Okay, once again, not worth it to me. Injecting needles, potentially getting heart failure, all that vain shit in the hopes of building a little bit more muscle, to me, not worth it. Trans fats, right? Artificial, man-made trans fats. Taste, kind of good. Negatives, a whole lot of them. Lastly, as I said before, dealing back with junk food, the concept of consuming too much of it, for me, too many processed foods, my body reacts poorly, right? Breakouts, I don't feel as well, I feel slightly lethargic, so it's all about a balance. To me, consuming too many processed foods is just not beneficial. Too many processed foods or too many words on this board. That's it. That's the video. Avoid getting shot in the face with Russian roulette. Sounds pretty simple, but when you apply it to other aspects of your life, health and fitness, it starts to make a whole lot more sense. So be suspicious, be skeptical, and that's all I gotta say. Thank you, as always, for watching my videos. If you like the video, make sure to like the video. And if you're not a subscriber, fuck you waiting for? Chef Buff Army, my zealous army, I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace!